Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the gold, silver and palladium, and we're gonna dive with the daily analysis as usual, starting with the gold on the channeling here where we have our acceleration channel where the price is still ranging below the middle line here for the acceleration channel, finishing up at the final structure of a 1 2 3 4 and a 5 in double 1 2. We're gonna see this of course on the micro level. However, what we are looking for here is to finish the structure as an ABC, very likely to hit at least here the middle line of the lower part of this acceleration channel, where we might still get a lower prices and we might still see a finished structure here and we push toward the upside in several scenarios. Now what I think about this channeling is to fill this gap between the base channel and the acceleration channel, as usual how it happens in every single impulse on any chart, where we have an impulse and a wave 4 unfolding after hitting, of course, the wave 3 for the acceleration channel. The price tends to go back towards the base channel to hit it and then pushing toward the upside again, especially when you have a gap like this between the acceleration and the base channels. What I mean here, it's not necessarily to move directly down just in one single move. It is very likely as well to have an ABC here, kind of like a three-way structure correction, or even it can be an A, B, C, D, and an E. Your wave E can hit the base channel after a long time sideways and then pushing toward the upside for a wave 5. Now, those probabilities are much more explained in the daily here, where we have the first wave 4 alternating the smaller wave 2 here. In case we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we are in the perfection for the time here, and also for the fib levels. Only a finished structure here with the last move can, of course, explode a wave 5 for a new all-time high. But we have to be careful because we might have a crossroad while we're pushing toward the upside here. During this push toward the upside, thinking that we are going for a new all-time high, the market might decide to go further in a longer correction in an A, B, and a C. This is the confluence of the channeling here, where you might hit the base channel again and then starting the wave 5 later on to push toward the upside in a wave 5 for a new all-time high. Another probability is when you are pushing toward the upside, there is also another crossroad for another probability for a wave C, but this time to not take the low, but to take a wave C in a triangle, D and a E, and finally the wave E is going to hit exactly the base channel here and then pushing toward the upside again for a wave 5. And that means this probability for several wave 4, that it can be a formation for ABC, WX and a Y, ABCD and a E as well. Those probabilities belongs both to this wave 2, which is an alternation for a larger wave 2 in timing here. And that's why you see the large red box here, which represent the time required for alternation of this wave 2 here. And that means in case that this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 is finished, this wave 4 already alternated, which I doubt it somehow, because the time and the shape, it both doesn't alternate perfectly this wave 2. Very shallow, both of them, so I prefer to see something like this, very aggressive, when you have a very shallow flat for a wave 2. So very likely that yes, the wave 5 can still continue toward the upside without here pushing down. Of course, it can push a little bit down, but continue later on, even for higher in 5 waves to hit the 1.0 fib level, $7,260. So this is regarding the gold on the daily, guys. Now, if we dive a little bit inside it on the 1 hour chart to analyze the micro levels here, what we are looking for. So as I mentioned yesterday, we are in an ending diagonal, very likely here for the gold, where we are dropping already within the final here wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. This wave 5 to finish a large wave 3 or a major wave 3, and then we are going to push for higher again in a large wave 4 or major wave 4, then finishing, of course, this drop in another wave 5. So this wave 3 is an ending diagonal where you have here still a 1, 2 finished, and we got exactly our fib levels perfectly hit here, our testing area, and we are pushing toward the downside in a wave 3 there to finish a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal to hit our blue zone target here, which is around the 3,920. And this is, of course, only the wave 5 that it might finish this potential target here of this wave 5 in the blue, also wave 3 major target for a wave 3. So we'll see in case this will happen just like that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We might hit this blue zone in confluence, and then of course pushing very high in a wave 4, and then pushing down again in a wave 5. So very likely still to reach even the 3,600, 3,500 as well, as we mentioned before, because this is a very psychological number for the gold right now. Great, so that was it for the gold. If we move to the silver, for the silver as well, we're gonna watch our price position on the channeling here as well. So for the channeling on the silver, we're still in 112 there. We're looking for a wave 3, wave 4, and a 5. 4 and a 5 are expected to unfold. However, before expecting a wave 5 to unfold towards the upside, we need to finish properly a correction here, which it is so far an A, B, and a C, but be careful from WX and a wave Y, because I'm going to mention something very new today, but I'm going to show you this on the daily next, which is the timing here. It's a very essential factor. So basically, this impulse is still unfolding, probably finishing the last move as a wave 5 to finish the impulse and starting to push toward the upside in several scenarios. As you can see, we are in the both base channel and acceleration channel at the same time. So this also happens since your invalidation is still very, very far. You have a large gap here. We're still very okay with it. So even the price can push towards the middle line of the base channel, and then pushing toward the upside again for a wave 5. Now, if we dive inside the daily here, so for the daily, we are looking for something very interesting here. And I'm gonna add also something new, as I mentioned. So basically, what we have here in this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the timing and the fib level are perfectly hit. However, if we take the time here of this correction, let's say this is your A, B, and a C. If you are in a ABC here flat, and we take the time and we're looking for a wave C in a regular flat, so this is your wave C, you will discover that, yeah, we're very close to the 1-to-1. That means, of course, we can be in a final wave here, 5, to hit exactly the 1-to-1 Fibonacci level, which is perfect for a regular flat. However, we gotta be careful for something else here in a wave Y timing, which is also the same, but the perfection for a wave Y is the 1.618. And that means it can be also an A, B, and a C here, hitting around the 1.618 or even after it, just like that, and then start the push toward the upside after hitting the 0.618, $50 very psychological number. And this is still, of course, your wave 4 here, where you might still have a large gap between your invalidation. And if in case, of course, that the gold push for higher as expected just a few minutes ago, and we push with a final 4 and a 5, this might be a WX and a Y in confluence for the silver in confluence with the gold. So this is the scenario where I'm looking for a confluence also, and not so much decoupling, because if we are talking here about a wave C, then silver is very bullish, guys. Okay, so that's why we have to keep into consideration like one more move here, probability, of course. Maybe we're gonna push higher. Nobody knows. The gold maybe also can finish an ABC, by the way, and push for higher. But we always keep this in mind. Like, what if we get a crossroad here and we push down again for the gold and for the silver? The gold would be a large 4-5, while the silver is a wave Y in A, B, and a C, ABC, ABC, W, X, and a Y. Okay, so that was the new thing that I want to add here for the silver. Now, if we dive inside it on the micro level as well, we can see that this impulse is still pushing downward, where we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is still unfolding in 112. Let's move inside it also. Basically, 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, obviously. This is your wave 3, very clear wave 4, still ranging here, and we have an ABC there. 3 ways up for the regular flat. 3 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave C. Now, because we finished an impulse and we push with another impulse, therefore, this is a finished structure. Okay, it should be a finished structure, which is a wave C here. And we're looking to an impulse very likely to be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to push toward the downside, $52. Or let's say, to be safe, let's go in an ending diagonal as well, since all markets are slowing down right now. And we're looking for this ending diagonal, for example, to hit exactly the most common target, taking the low at the same time, $55.26. So this is I would say this is a safer target if we want to say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 impulse to hit this target, but always be safe, guys. TP1, TP2, for example. So this is regarding the silver as well. We're gonna see something else here, which is Palladium. So for Palladium, we're looking already. Oh, wow, we got a very huge signal today. Sorry, I didn't check it before, but very interesting that we got our signal that we were looking for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 1, A, B, and a C here, expanding flat. We still think, of course, that is still a wave C until invalidation. Of course, it's still very far for wave 2, but we gotta be careful on the lower time frame, guys, because even if we have finished a structure, I still see something much more dangerous here, which is this level, this testing area after hit. As we were expecting, we got a signal of weakness, and today it unfolds its wave 3. So by all means, yes, it is confirmed we're dumping. We're dumping again, very likely for the Palladium. So we gotta be careful with it. It is a 1, 2, 3 here, potentially 4 and a 5. We're very, very close. And even if this is a leading diagonal, an A, B, and a C, yeah, very can be, but I doubt that this impulse can be a wave B. This is a problem. You need a 3 waves, not an impulse. So therefore, I think that this impulse even belongs to this ending diagonal. So we gotta be careful. Wave 2 targets are hit perfectly. So if we count here 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, still contracting. But wave 3 still, of course, looking, I would say, longer than wave 1, which I don't like it. So we gotta be careful. Meaning that this move right now is another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. If this is gonna happen, you're gonna take the low, and that means we are dumping here. So be careful with Palladium. Things are not looking very bullish. Testing area has succeeded, and we got a reaction, and here we are. Okay, so new low is very likely to take form here. That was it for the metals, gold, silver, and palladium. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you
Before
in the
you
next
leave,
one.
make
Bye-bye.
sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.